Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable audience, please, first of all, I would like to thank you for joining us for this country presentation session. I would also like to thank Mrs. Hardy Aurora for providing us with this opportunity to present our country in this mega event. I am very pleased to be here with you today and to be a part of World Women Economic Forum. And it's also an honor for me to present today my beautiful country, Algeria. So, and to highlight the efforts made by the Algerian government in terms of the promotion of women's role and their empowerment within the society, Algerian society. So, more than being this event, more than being just an event in which we will present our countries geographically, economically, politically in the fights of culture and tourism. It's an opportunity for us. This meeting provides us with the opportunity to share experiences together and to highlight the efforts made so far by all the governments in the fight of women empowerment, and to pinpoint the difficulties that still and continue to hinder the promotion of the women's role and their empowerment in the Algerian society. So, first of all, I want to ask you, let me just start with a very simple question. Does anybody here know anything about Algeria?
Just a little bit from National Geographic.
Okay, so what do you know about Algeria? You know, it's very strange because when you just open the African map, the largest part in that map is Algeria. So it's very strange that people ignore Algeria. So you know, Algeria it's situated in the north of Africa. It is the largest country in Africa, the 10th largest country in the world. It is distinguished with a very strategic geographical location in the center of the Mediterranean region, connecting Africa to Europe to the Middle East. So I will not expand too much on Algerian history, as you have between your hands this brochure elaborated by the Algerian embassy. It is, in fact, it gives you, in fact, a very short and quick facts about Algerian history, the multiple civilizations that successively ruled this geographically important part of the world, and also some facts about culture, tourism, cuisine, and etc. So just I want to play one video so you can have a look about the beauty of this country before we start to talk about women. So thank you. As you have seen here, Algeria is a very beautiful country, and unfortunately we ignore that. So we are traveling hard and working hard to make this country like well known and getting the attention it requires. Now speaking about women and women in Algeria, it's me naturally to speak about the different phases women has or the changing role women in Algeria has experienced across the different phases the Algerian system has undergone. So during the war, the 1962 War of Independence, Algerian women, and even before, like during the French colonialism, Algerian women fought as equals alongside men. So this they achieved thus a new role of their identity and measures of acceptance for men. So we can say that the Algerian War of Independence played a key role in empowering women and promoting their role. After the independence, Algeria inherited a very devastated economy, a very weak and low structures of culture and education, training, everything. So there had been an urgent need to change the country in all the political, economic, cultural, in all the fights of the society. So in that also, so women has experienced, have seen their role changing also. So what we can say that the changes that has the changes that has been affected, that has been made during that time has affected the role of women and changed the methods of work and the working culture at that time. So women went from staying at home, preparing food for husbands and taking care of the kids, to working in agriculture in farms, to craftsmanship, to working in managerial positions, entrepreneurship, and then even holding high positions inside the government. I need also to mention at that time that equality between genders is a principle enshrined in the constitution, in the Algerian constitution, and in many laws of many Algerian laws, of course. Also, we need to mention that Algeria, that the first female who has run in the Arab world, I'm talking, who has run for presidential election was Algerian. In fact, in 2004, Louisa Hanoun, who is the head of Algerian Workers' Party, has run was candidate for presidential election. Also, when talking about, just to give some numbers and about the percentage of women and their positions inside the Algerian government, we need to mention that Algeria boasts a very high representation of women inside its government, with many female ministers, ambassadors, occupying a very high rank inside the government, like like secretaries, advisors, etc. So also women make up more than 70% of lawyers in Algeria, and like 60% of its judges. They dominate fields and sectors like medicine, teaching, education. Also, we need to mention that more than 60% of students and college graduates are women also in Algeria. One another field and sector which is also in which Algeria has made a very big development is the army, the defense domain, in which in 2009 the President of the Republic has appointed the first women as army general. And after that time, now we account like 6 women general inside the military institution, Algerian military institution, which is seen as the highest number among the Arab countries, and also among the few countries in the world who has such a rank in their institution, in their army institutions. I want also to talk about equality between genders. So in terms of equality, the Algerian government made also a colossal investment, and by updating and reforming the laws, we have seen we have seen the code of the family code, the nationality code, and also the penal code reformed. So there is now new dispositions empowering women and promoting their role inside the society. Algeria also made clearly many commitments, international commitments, very strong commitments, and it continued to work for the promotion of women's rights and to implement strategies which aim to improve their status. So this is, in general, the situation of women in Algeria. Some few facts, just to give you an idea. Before finishing my address, I want just to finish in beauty, as we say. So, talking about tourism, I want to tell you that there is one reality that most of people ignore about Algeria. It's that Algeria contains the second largest Roman sites after Rome itself. So I just want to play one more video so you can see the beauty of this part of the world. Excuse me, just. rooms for women's sites are part of the UNESCO Cultural Heritage Research Sites. And as I said earlier, they are the second largest women's sites in the world after Rome itself. So just I will, before I finish, I will give the floor to His Excellency the Ambassador of Algeria in India to give a few words about women and their place in the Algerian society.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing this little news in the reports about Algeria. I would like first to thank the first woman I have with me from Algeria, it's Asma. I would like to thank her for the brilliant presentation she just did before you. I would like just to be very brief to say that whereas in Europe, democracies and developed countries, in some countries women started to vote in the 1970s. But in Algeria, the women started to vote the very first day of independence, July 1962. This is one thing. Second thing, the women in Algeria fought, as Asma was just mentioning, fought against French colonialism. And last but not least, the women fought against extremists, Islamists, and terrorists. Because the country, unfortunately, we have been through 7 to 8 years fighting that phenomena. And believe me, without the fighting of the women and the support the women shown to the family and to the entire country, the Islamists would have taken that beautiful country. Now we got 5, 6 women generals. We got 60% in the university there. The end of the people will be in the hands of the women. If I talk about the country itself, I am personally coming from one city called Cherif, which is 1 hour from the sea and 1 hour and 90 minutes to the desert. It's a beautiful country. Please come, and thank you once again for coming to share with us this presentation on Algeria. Thank you. Yes, I forgot to say any question. She will answer. We have something like 7-8 minutes to clear the room for our friends to be Slovenian.
But you can stay. You can stay because
Sure.
I didn't know that you have so many ruins from the Roman times.
So actually it's the second largest yes, after Rome itself. It's spring, autumn, because we don't have like a very hot weather like here in Delhi. So we have very warm and comfortable weather. You can come in spring like from March to May, autumn like from September to December. And you can also experience like the snow in desert. I want to show you also some pictures about this beautiful phenomenon. Yes, wow. So there is. So you know there is just also some another fact. So you can also do ski in Algeria. This is something very strange. So it seems like very strange, but it's possible in Algeria.
This means in Africa.
In Africa, yes.
Because it's shocking when you say come to make ski in Africa. But actually you can do ski in Algeria, which is in Africa. And our target is to let the Indian fans going through this beautiful country. They are targeting to be trying to target the Bollywood and preparing from Bollywood to go to Hollywood. Just to show the country. Yes, sorry. I was just saying that yes, it's a beautiful country which is really giving large respect and consideration to the women. And I am trying now, I am here this last 2 years only. I'm trying to target the Bollywood to send them there as tourists, not as actors, just as tourists to show. And I'm sure they will fairly well with that beautiful and diversity of the country. And if we are successful with Bollywood, then we can join together. And Francis will open the door for us.
Yes.
Thank you. Any question, please, don't hesitate.
I do have one question.
Yes, please.
No, we don't need that. It's fine. We can hear each other. We can hear.
Has to go online.
Oh, that's different.
Okay. Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you so much for representing us, Algeria. My name is Luisa Palma. I'm the chairperson for Portugal. And I hope to see all of you in October on the 15th over there to finally to announce some of the measures that we will have to announce to the world. Anyway, I'm a very good friend of your colleague in Portugal, Fatia, okay? And she'll be very proud that you're here, and I hope she will be there as well with us.
Sure.
Okay, my first question to you, it's interesting to the index that I know that Maghreb, most of the countries from Maghreb, we're talking about African, like Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, they do have index regarding to human rights, special the ones that they are still being studied in that area and issues to be talked about. So it is quite important for all of us, people that we are not used to have countries from Maghreb, to have presence in women forums actually, because we do believe that they're not there, but they are. So I think you should stand for them, and you should make it sounded and sound it out loud where the women are in Algeria and some of these Maghreb countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, I just would like to say that, sorry. Thank you, madam. Thank you, friend and neighbor, because whatever is neighbor.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I just would like to say that you cannot imagine my actual head of state, what he did with a woman. For example, now, by constitution, any assembly, whatever is it, political, cultural, whatever, any assembly, if it doesn't get 33% of women presence, this assembly is void. And we had an election this just last 4th of May, less than 1 week ago, and out of 430 something seats, the women get 180. And I think that some seats are just going through the account, and she may be by 120 or more. Just to give you an associate, let's say, let's don't talk about politics, because politics is politics. Just take it as a social. In some Arab countries, the woman is even forbidden to drive her own car. She can go to the showroom, buy a car, but she cannot drive it. In Algeria, the woman started to drive in 6th of July 1962, which means the day after the independence. And she is driving, and she is much better driving. Now I would like to share with you something. Yes, I used to be ambassador in Indonesia. I'm sorry for Slovenia, we just take 2 times because we started this. Yes, I used to be ambassador in Indonesia, and the UN got their conference against corruption there. And every year I am noticing that Finland, Denmark, Sweden, let's say the Scandinavian are always on the top of the list with almost no corruption. The index is 9 point almost 9. So I went to meet the delegation from Finland, and I did ask them, how come? How come it's so clean? Your system is clean there. They said the system started to be clean when we decided to put more women in the decision maker posts. And I did that report. I did send it to my environment, of course. They are very happy to it, because when I say it, they say no, this third world countries, but this is coming from Finland. They say that fighting corruption, I met the delegation, they told me there is 3 reasons. First is one mom is fighting her kids, which don't like to eat the soup, vegetable soup. In some countries, the mom just keeps saying, if you finish your soup bowl, I will buy you toy, I will give you candies. They say this is the first corruption. And the woman in Thailand say, no, you have to eat it because it's good for your health and so and so. This is the first one. The second one is the woman. She's less corrupt. Because this is nature, this is her education, this is her psychology, this is her metabolism. And believe me, I'm not talking as a diplomat. I'm really talking as a man by heart, and I did notice. I used to be director, I used to be ambassadors. Believe me, the job done by the girls, the women, are much better than those done by men. Thank you.
This is true, very true.
And
Very
believe me, we are standing to push the women in all positions.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, and you know that as neighbor that we are really doing to push, because what in Algeria, now I'm coming back from Finland to Algeria, what the woman did with the men fighting terrorism in these 90s is something we are not going to forget. Maybe the new generation, they forget what the woman did in the liberation war, but we are not ready to forget what the woman did fighting terrorism. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Madam, I apologize for
You still 10 minutes, so.
Thank you.
You still
Thank
have
you.
10
Any
minutes.
question or? Yeah, sure.
Thank you for inviting me out, and this was very helpful information. And my name is Frances McDaniel. I'm from the United States of America, Pennsylvania, and I had the pleasure of meeting the ambassador at the dinner Sunday evening. And I guess my question is, of the 60% of the women that are graduating college, any particular area of study that you find that they're looking to follow, if it's like STEM or agricultural degrees? If you don't know right now, is there something you can probably follow up with that later?
So yes, among this 60% of students, graduates, college graduates, I think the reality is that some sectors are women dominant more than others, like medicine, pharmaceutical studies, education like teaching, and also some, even we see now women are more present in business affairs, in commerce, in many areas and many sectors of the university, with many disciplines. So I hope I answered your question.
Right. Thank you.
Any other question, please?
I just wanted to ask, whom do you think the entire credit goes to for the women upliftment in your in Algeria? Because we Indians are still fighting that, to get that empowerment for women here when it comes to the different facets like education or social, political. But where does the ideology of, depending on women for the growth of your city come from? Where does it come from? Where will you trace it back to? Because as I hear ambassadors are saying that it goes back to 1962.
Yes.
So
the change in the changing role of women within the Algerian society has seen many phases. So it started during the independence war when women fought alongside with men. Also, it started after the building of the country, because, as I said, after the independence, the country was like devastated, totally devastated, politically, economically, in all the fights of the society. So there was a need to build this country, and women participated also at that time. So we cannot attribute this role women are now holding within the Algerian society to somebody or to it's the modern history of Algeria who made women like that. I can also say that from the ruling of the President of the Republic in 1999, women has also gained many progress, and many laws was reformed also at that time. I think the ambassador, would you like to say something?
Yes, it seems that generally Islam is very badly misinterpreted by some foolish crooks. They call themselves Imam. So there is no softer religion with women than Islam. But unfortunately, the foolish people who are taking the mic and to talk about Islam are not understanding that religion. See Asma, she is not wearing a scarf. She is wearing like any Western woman. In the same, maybe her mom, she's got a scarf. It's not because her husband did it for the society. It's up to you. It's up to you, up to the interpretation you are giving to the religion. In the religion, the Quran itself, and there is no highest source in Islam than the Quran. Okay? That the woman, the paradise is under the feet of the mom. And the mom is not man, the woman. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate that it's some people which got a very bad interpretation of Islam, but it's more unfortunate that the mic is given more to these foolish people than to the wise man. That's why now in Algeria, the women start to talk about the real Islam, which make man and woman equal, but actually they are not equal. Because according to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, the paradise is not under the feet of the father, but of the woman and of the mom. So in Algeria there is no rule which teach a woman to do, of course, legal things. They are equal with the man. It really depends on the woman herself. For example, Asma, her husband, who is also diplomat with us in the embassy, he never could force her to wear scarf or burqa or whatever. It depends on her condition. I don't know whether I did answer some part of your question.
Yes, sir, you did.
But believe me, in Algeria, it's on the woman. It's not on the system. She is pilot, both in civil aviation and military aviation. She is lawyer, which is not accepted in other Arab and Muslim countries. Because due to that very bad interpretation, the man thinks that the woman could not be a lawyer and judge. Why? I don't know. Since she understood the law, she can be judge, lawyer, attorney, whatever. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That was a lovely presentation on embassy, from the Embassy of Algeria, and I didn't know, we could do skiing in Africa. I have been there for the safari, but now having known this. This is something, a lot of Indians didn't know, and I'm sure this is the next destination we will definitely tell our people around here. Thank you so much, Asma, for your lovely presentation. And we can now have a group photo as the house calls. Please come.
There's a door please join us. It's really a pleasure to be minority with women. I'm really proud of that.
Look at. Okay. 1 second, sir. Wait, hold it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, so thank you.
I wanted to put it over there. As a whole. With our high heels, we can. I wanted to kind of put it right there. We might have to. I got a couple things. Put some tissues down in there. Oh yes. Thank you very much.
You want to come, please?
Yes.
Come.
Come. Definitely would like to have
Excuse me. Yes.
Look at.